The woman woke up to find herself trapped inside a sealed shipping container. Half of her body was already submerged in seawater. She looked outside through a hole in the container and saw nothing but the endless ocean. Meanwhile, seawater kept pouring in through the hole. Suddenly the woman realized her phone was still with her. Not only did it have plenty of battery left, but it also had a signal. But the screen was shattered and impossible to unlock. So she began searching for anything useful around her. Fortunately, she found a roll of yellow tape and a toolkit. The woman successfully sealed the hole with the tape, slowing the rate at which seawater flowed in. Then she continued organizing the supplies. She quickly stacked wooden crates to make a temporary bed, so she would not have to stay in the freezing seawater. That night she was awakened by a massive disturbance. The container had attracted a whale, which kept thrashing around on the nearby surface of the water. The violent impacts knocked the woman unconscious. When she woke up again, she discovered the tape had been washed loose, and it was no longer effective. Suddenly she noticed the rubber seal from a plastic food container. She immediately used a knife to pry it off, and stuffed it into the hole to block the water. Then she found a water hose in the toolkit. She fed the hose through the hole to the outside, and used the plastic container to drain out the water. Finally, she marked the water level with strips of tape. After finishing everything, she began to feel hungry. She took out the last piece of bread and bottle of water from her bag, but she soon ran out of food. Just when the woman was beginning to lose hope, she suddenly heard the horn of a ship. She used all her strength to shout for help, but the ship was simply too far away. Unless she could get on top of the container, no one would be able to see her. With that thought, she took out the drill she had found earlier, and discovered it could actually drill through the metal wall. Over the course of a day, she drilled countless holes, but the drill eventually ran out of power. By then, the woman was completely exhausted. That night, she was awakened by a heavy rainstorm. She quickly used the plastic container to collect rainwater. After rehydrating herself, she found a rope, and tried to pull open the metal panel above her. She used every ounce of strength to pry up one corner of the metal. Just then she heard the ship again. Thinking about how her husband and friends had betrayed her, she suddenly found a burst of strength. At last she managed to pull the metal panel open. The woman climbed onto the top of the container, and shouted desperately to the ship for help.